Hello and welcome to Wine Jam with me, Some Cash, where we are in Croatia, Dubrovnik, a wonderful city known for Game of Thrones. Yes, that's that map there that was on that floor, that walk of shame, and yes, she stands naked at the top of those stairs. But apart from that, wonderful sights to see around the city, great architecture and a fantastic seaport as well to go along with it. There's no doubt it has a lot to offer with clear blue skies and water as well, with fireworks in the evening, but I just kept thinking about wine. Yes, wine was coming up all the time and again and one more time, because let's face it, when you're a wino you've always got this on your mind. So that's how this turned into a wine video. I did a little bit of research before I went out to Croatia, just to give myself a bit of a handle on what kind of variations of wine that they produce, what styles, what quality they actually have over there. So this post-it note of information is actually probably very useful to anybody going to Croatia, talking about the superior wines from the table wines, and obviously the top labels that you could be looking for. So by all means, pause, take these particular information down and store it for yourself. And so are these wineries that I would also recommend to take a note of. They are all around Croatia, so keep an eye out for them. It's highly recommended. So first up is a wine shop slash bar, which sells all of Croatia's wines there pretty much, especially the ones around Dubrovnik. And yes, in this castle, which you might recognise from Game of Thrones, off this side street inside that castle, that's where you'll find the Vino. It's just on the little kind of off streets that they have, and this is the inside of the bar, which can get quite crowded, quite warm, but it's definitely decked out in everything and all things wine for sure, including this particular quote: "That's what I do. I drink and I know things," said famously by Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones. I'm glad it's on the wall here to be seen for everyone. No doubt the jokes and laughter from this two-person crew who were running this particular bar did a great job, so a round of applause for them indeed. Even though this is quite a small area, it had a great feeling and atmosphere, and that's no doubt to the staff. As it came to choosing my wine, there was only one thing I was going to choose, and that was the wine flight that they had there. So that is 2 white wines, 1 rosé and 2 red wines. So we're going to see what this wine bar had to offer and what Croatia had to offer. So first up is Katsina Posip, which is a light orange hue to the colour. Intensity is a bit medium, with a aroma of orange zest, peach and apricot. Very low acidity, very low body. Light to watery peach and nectar is what came through on the flavour characters, with a slightly high acidity which had a warming sensation towards the end of it. The Chardonnay from St Hills 2017, this reminded me of the colour wise as a gold dress from the Dior advert, although the aroma was fragrant and light and had a white candy sense to it. The acidity was light. Body for this particular white was medium, which was interesting. Flavours were peach, cream, fennel, artichoke and a strong sense of white flour. It was slightly unbalanced, and there was a slight yeast mouth coating which was there, and it wasn't in a sort of a good way. Now we come to the rosé, a flashing bright pink rosé here, with the aromas of candy floss, white candy and, would you believe it, turnip. It's very light in acidity and body, as we very much know from rosés. However, the flavour character was very light as well, so unfortunately not much else there. So we get into the reds. This colour here was purple, slightly brownish purple, with a medium intensity of aroma that had tobacco, cigar and turning into slightly black cherry towards the end. Developing flavours of sort of a sweetness there, and the acidity was light plus, body was medium plus. Tannins were medium as well, with flavour profile of cherries that were slightly burnt. The quality was slightly unbalanced, and there was a reductive issue there, I felt. Mostly at the end of that was just tannins and cherries is what I kind of had a lasting flavour from that wine. This is a Matisko Didniak 2008. The colour here is quite deep purple with an aroma of brumble tart, sort of tobacco there, as well as roasted chestnut. The acidity was medium minus, with the body being medium, tannins medium. Flavour characters were tobacco, braised lamb and black spices, but not the kind of black pepper type. Quite intriguing flavours for this one. It was definitely my favourite out of the selection that we had. Also had like slight cherry sours towards the end, and it was quite playful, I felt, overall. So quite surprising, really. I thought I was going to be more of leaning towards the whites, but this kind of really stumped up at the end and made it quite enjoyable overall. There's more to come still as we do Croatia Part 2, which is me looking at wines directly at the winery and checking out the vineyards as well. Not to also underdo myself, I've also gone to different islands to try and taste wines from different parts of Croatia as far as I could go. So subscribe down below.